How's everybody doing? Pretty good? That was a lot of information. It was a very, very good presentation that Ryan just did. Thank you so much because you kind of set me up to be able to come up here and really lay the nuts and bolts on everybody. So look around the room. Every single person in this room, C-level or up, every single person in this room works for a business that can benefit from blockchain. Nobody here, except the people that have identified themselves as, are blockchain experts. Everybody here will be a blockchain expert in the next few years. Blockchain technology is going to interject or put itself into every part of what you guys do. And so paying attention to what we have to say, integrating our technologies or whatever technologies are out there into your platforms is absolutely pertinent for you to be able to grow with this industry. So, that being said, I had prepared a presentation, and going through the stages of yesterday and getting set up, and a couple different things happened. My daughter ended up being over here, and I just kind of want to share with you guys that today is her 7th birthday. So, this is my baby, this is my little girl, and I'm not lying when I tell you, for an hour she stood up here telling people about blockchain. Yesterday, there was 5 people in the room, and she sat here going, oh, this is blockchain, my dad is Bitcoin, this is the password. She knows, or she thinks she knows what the password to Bitcoin is, and she thinks that it is Hashgraph. Hence the reason why I asked about Hashgraph and quantum computing reverse encryption. So that's a lot of information. We're going to take it a lot slower. But right now, I want to challenge everybody in the room. We're going to come back to this. Think about what you do. Think about how you can put this technology into what you do, because every single one of you is a subject matter expert in what you do, but every single one of you can interject and integrate blockchain into what you do. So, this is Angelina, 7th birthday today. She's been learning how to code and writing HTML code since last December. This is our actual computer, that's our actual code right there. The reason why I say that is because we take a very, very proud stance to say that we employ a more even ratio of female to male that we can possibly can. We have a 28% female ratio on our staff right now. In the space of blockchain, it's 4 to 6%. So to say that we take a position to try to build the female aspect into technology is huge. This right here is a tour to crypto. We're sponsoring that. These guys are part of the Houston area's Women's Center, and they're riding bikes from the Hamptons over to California, raising awareness for abuse on women and sexual violence on women. Just want to play this video really quick. This was made specifically for this event. It's a video if you click on. Alright, well, we can skip over that. So basically these guys made a video thanking everybody. Oh. With audio. Awesome. So basically, these guys made a video. They took time out of their day today, and they wanted to thank everybody here for being involved in technology, and they wanted to let everybody know the cause that they were working for. But we can't hear the video, so it's all good. How did I get involved in cryptocurrency? So I had a friend, and he was posting online, hey, Bitcoin, we're gonna, make all this money and all this, and I'm like, yeah, right, dude, that's a scam. There's no way, that is not a real thing. So I watched it, and I used Coinbase, and I went to independent websites, and I'm like, well, wait a minute, this might actually be legitimate, so here's my money. And 3 days later, I lost my money. The whole thing shut down. It was a complete Ponzi scheme ripoff, and yeah. Luckily, there was a chat group that this guy had set up, and we hijacked it, and we said, hey, if we built our own ethical company located in Nevada that did blockchain and gave away free cryptocurrency, who would support it? So we did. And that's called Crypto Cash Hub. And what Crypto Cash Hub is it's a faucet. And does everybody here know what a faucet is? Like, you guys all have them in your house, right? Usually saying wash your hands, all that stuff? Okay, good. So a Bitcoin faucet does exactly that. It flows Bitcoin in one direction. You never give it Bitcoin. You never give it information. You never give it anything. It just gives away free cryptocurrency. To say our website had traffic is an understatement. So then we built a forum, we built some blogs, we started researching what cryptocurrency was, and at some point we realized that there was an opportunity here. Does anybody know about SB2018? Okay, well, SB398 is a bill that was passed by Governor Sandoval last June that states that any business or entity that operates on blockchain technology is not subject to outside taxes, licenses, or regulations. As a matter of fact, the lady that wrote the law or helped pass the law will be speaking as the third part of the blockchain presentation tomorrow. This is a very important law for the state of Nevada. This can lead to the decentralization and unmonopolizing of the Las Vegas Strip. This can lead to taking the money that's actually coming in from some of our taxes and putting it towards schools. This technology right here will allow us to disrupt the corruption that goes on at any level, be it on the state level, on the city level, we're working with Mexico, and that'll come up later on in the project, but just think of the different ways that you can work to save and fix corruption. So we developed the world's first service token. And what that means is you hold one token, you get a service. I'm sure everybody here has gone to the hotels. You know how there's a concierge desk. We are a mobile worldwide concierge desk. We'll handle any reports, anything that you guys would need. And so we launched this. This is the smart contract ID for it. We really don't have to spend too much time on here. So we built, I think there's one more. Anyway, maybe the slides got messed up. So anyway, we built a wallet. The wallet holds over 19,000 crypto assets. Ryan had just said there's about 40,000 crypto assets out there. We can handle half of them. Next one. So we also built a Pro, and that's our point of sale. So we're not here to talk about this stuff. We're here to talk about blockchain technology and the stories and the adventures that we've been on. So we left Vegas very, very bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and went up to the Bay Area and instantly realized that we needed to expand our reach, expand our thought process. Does everybody here know what the Internet of Things is? Okay. So Internet of Things is a connection of everyday devices via the internet. I had no experience with this before. I had no idea what it was. I go up to this conference and all of a sudden these guys are telling us that our blockchain technology can integrate into all these different artificial intelligence, all these different Internet of Things. So we began to look further out. And that's why I asked you guys at the beginning of this presentation, what do you think blockchain can do for your business? How can you integrate blockchain technology into what you do right now? So we continue to go to conferences. We ended up in Boston, right down the street from MIT, right in Cambridge, and talking to some very high-level people at Raytheon, talking to some developers at Microsoft about different integrations and ways that blockchain technology can integrate into robotics and IoT. Think about trusted machines working in factories. Well, who's monitoring those? Right now, humans still have to monitor those, but if you have a blockchain setup, that in itself could monitor it, and then you wouldn't have to have that human overhead. So then we went to CES, and this is one thing that's really interesting because I, again, didn't really know that this technology was going to have an effect on supply chain until Kellogg's and Overstock were asking us about it and how we can integrate our technology into that. On top of that, we met Eduardo Gonzalez Diaz de Leon, who's the Deputy Trade Commissioner and Deputy Trade and Investment Commissioner for Mexico, which further pushed what we could potentially do with blockchain technology into a way of integrating into smart cities, international trade routes, near-field communication, and bringing all of this information that everybody's working on, because all of you guys work in different industries. What if all your information talked to each other? What if all your information was smart? What if it was trusted? A couple of jobs that you're probably not filled, but it really would help the bottom line of all the businesses that are out there if you could trust the systems and take away your E&O and take away the human error associated with what you guys do. So then Eduardo invited us down to EDC of Mexicali conference in Mesa, Arizona, where we developed the stable token for the peso. It's a one-to-one peso to US dollar to this token, the Mexico coin, along with the URL. And so what we're doing with Mexico is bigger than what we're actually doing. What it is it's a model that can be replicated anywhere in the world. So there's a lot of people that work in government. I know that there's people here from Henderson. Think about, for example, think about your DMV records. What if your DMV records were connected to, say, your bank account? And what if you were driving down the street and you get pulled over and you show a QR code and it has all your information on it? Well, what if that same QR code could be used at the bar when you need to show ID to get inside? What if that same QR code could be connected to your bank account and then you could go up there and pay for it? All of these things streamline what we're doing. All of these things take paper out of what we're doing. And whenever you remove paper, you remove cost. Because once we go digital, the cost of digital is way cheaper than the cost of paper, which was just literally explained in the last one, so I'm not going to get into all of that. So these are just some of the events that we went to. I put these in here because they're important pivot points for what we were doing as far as fintech and working with the World Economic Forum, and specifically why we're here right now. Thank you again for coming to my presentation, appreciate it. So continue to go on as we went down to New Orleans, and my friend mentioned to me that the entire economy is based off of oil. And that when oil's trading high, people are able to buy new trucks, and when oil's trading low, people are on food stamps. And that's not cool with me. So I just started researching, what energy laws are out there, what potential could be out there, and that's when we realized that there was very lucrative space for solar on top of a need for another economy to be rolled out. So we took the blockchain technology that we had and we applied it to solar. We applied it to new renewable energy. Is everybody with me on that? Like, you collect solar, you can create a token off of it. You now have a supply chain for energy. That money never existed before. And the only people that are able to profit off it at current are the energy companies. But once you take that energy and you tokenize it and you put it on the Pro and you put it on the wallet, now people are able to spend their energy profits anywhere. So you collect $200 in energy profits, you go to the grocery store and buy groceries. You collect $200 in energy profits, go to the gas station and buy gasoline. You now have a market for your own energy. So then we went out to the Arthur's Vineyard Crypto Symposium, and this was huge for us because we met Audrey, we connected with Audrey, and we were able to get Chris Rice involved, and then that's where we really jumped up. And this is the last slide about us, I promise. This was just rounding out the last month, and some of the people, that gentleman right there in the black shirt, he created Monero. Everybody know what Monero is? Privacy token. Thank you, sir, for raising your hand. I appreciate that. So Monero is a privacy token, and it's one of the tokens that claims that you can't track the transactions back. That's the founder of that right there, and that's the head of the IoT Village at DEF CON. This slide's going to be up here for a while. So smart city, supply chain, and know your customer. Does everybody here know what know your customer is? Okay, so a couple heads nodded. Basically, we have anti-money laundering laws in this country, and you need to make sure that you know who you're doing business with. Now, if I hand you $1, nobody knows who that is. But if I hand you my credit card, you've gone through KYC verification in order to have that card. So we've taken it one step further and integrated this Know Your Customer integration into the thought process of what we could do. And I say we as in a room. I say we as in everybody in this room has an opportunity here to take these thought processes, this KYC integration, supply chain in the smart city, and integrate it into what you do. So it starts with Louisiana. We're going to build out some technology out there. We're going to run all the way down here to Mexicali. This is a model of what could be done everywhere, internationally. So with Mexicali right here in particular, these guys want to bring in technology companies. So if you've got a technology company out there, you might want to look into that. The same thing with Louisiana. There's opportunity zones out there that they're offering 100% subsidized housing for businesses to go out there and take advantage of the area. So that in and of itself is one of the reasons why we were so excited to get involved down there. So let's go to the next slide. So the vision here with blockchain, and I hope everybody's kind of on the same page, is how do you interject? So, okay, does anybody want to volunteer, or should I just pick on somebody real quick? What do you do?
IT business engagement.
For who?
For the Venetian.
So the Venetians. The Venetian can benefit from blockchain technology on multiple levels. So you guys have face recognition software that pulls people's images when they drive in. That data could then be connected to Metro's database. That data could be connected to other casino databases. You guys could lease that information out through the blockchain. You could create a token that allowed people to have access to that. I mean, there's so many possibilities of how to incorporate blockchain technology. Same thing with your players cards. So you guys have a players card. Well, I know for first-hand experience, because my roommate used to work for you guys, that you can make any players card for anybody. He pulled Tom Brady's players card out. He literally holds Tom Brady's Venetian players card. With blockchain technology, that can't happen. With blockchain technology, you need to have a verification layer that's going to allow you to know that that's that actual person and not Mikey McDonald going there and swiping his little card. So that's just another amazing integration. Now, I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag. You guys have gaming chips. There's companies out there with cold storage gaming chips right now. Those cold storage gaming chips will replace the gaming chips that are on your floor. Why? Because I can spend and launder money all I want at your casino with the system that's out there right now. Anything under $5,000, you just go up and keep running and running and running and running and running. Well, if you have KYC verification on a blockchain connected to a cold storage wallet, that can't happen. We know who these people are. And so the policies that we need to roll out and the process that we need to work on is how to get everybody into these systems, how to get people signed up. Because right now, how many people have a cryptocurrency blockchain wallet in this group? That's a problem. You guys are at this is a analytics, big conference, there's a lot of tech companies here. I think everybody should go out and get a cryptocurrency wallet tonight. I'm not saying get ours, I'm not saying to endorse anything. Actually, as a matter of fact, you should probably get Coinbase. It's one of the easiest ones to set up. But we need to all get to that level. Because if we're not, then nobody's going to use these systems. But these systems can prevent terrorism. These systems can prevent cartels. These systems can prevent drug overdoses. These systems can prevent all of the problems that we have right now. They can prevent our government from doing things that we maybe don't believe in. They can prevent oil money from being spent in certain places. All of these trusted systems, if working together and connected to AI and connected to NFC and connected to all these other systems, will fix a lot of the problems that the world has right now. So I just kind of want to, let you guys think about that right now. The redistribution of wealth, liquidity pools for energy profits. Think about what that means. That means the sun is going to produce money for people. And that means that people are going to be able to spend that money on what they want instead of having to pay the power company for it. And in Nevada, we have one power company. They get to get it all. And so, and I'm not trying to get political stuff. I know there's a big, blog coming up or whatever. But this is the point. We have an opportunity here to decentralize a lot of systems that are out there while allowing these systems to communicate on a trusted level. Now, who doesn't want this? The people that are manipulating the system. Who doesn't want this? The people whose job it is to check the system because they're probably manipulating the system. And that's where this trust really, really comes in. We need to be able to remove E&O, like I said earlier, we need to be able to remove human error and just be able to live our lives and not worry about things that normally we would be worrying about. So again, the distribution when it comes to blockchain technology, the first step is the financial technology. I mean, blockchain, everybody kind of, what is that? Oh, Bitcoin, I know Bitcoin. Oh yeah, definitely know Bitcoin. My buddy's been talking about that. Well, why? Because you make money off of it. You can't make money off of blockchain unless you're really smart. So this is an opportunity for people to get involved in it instantly, from the beginning. Very easy, and because of the profits, people have been marketing it heavily, especially last fall, last winter time. But realize that the banks that you guys bank with right now are making money off of holding your money. Realize that they hold your money. You don't. Unless you have fiat currency, which is US dollars, paper cash, in your pocket, the bank is control of your money. They make profit off of it. They give you a teeny tiny interest rate. The second is trade and supply chain. So right now, we have businesses that track, they have truckers, they have shipping loads, but maybe not in the United States, but in other countries, those loads get manipulated. Those manifests get changed. Things happen to move drugs and guns and a lot worse stuff around those countries. So back to the Mexico aspect, think about that when you're talking about ports. So one of the things, the implications that we look at this technology that we can use is implementing it into ports. So you've got a manifest. Well, if manifest is somewhere in Mexico, cartel member comes by, drops probably like $100 and buys the manifest. I mean, there's money goes really far down there. With our technology, it just simply cannot happen. And I mean our technology as blockchain technology, the technology that we're all here, that all of your eyes are captivated on this speech for. We all believe in blockchain in one aspect or another, and so we've got to figure out a way to all work together. And I think that that's what Yin's trying to do, is bring together the top minds in all the different sectors. Because the best people that work in blockchain are people that didn't work in tech before. The best people that work in blockchain were the experts in their industries prior to working in blockchain. And so the third thing, that that really truly can disrupt is this oil, harsh hold that we have on our money, our systems. I mean, Everybody here got here in a car that runs on gasoline unless you got a Tesla, right? Everybody here took an Uber, took a car, it ran on gasoline. If we could move off of gasoline, if we can move off of a reliance on the oil industry, first and foremost, we'll move off of a reliance on foreign money, foreign policy, and having to deal with all the things that most of us don't even know go on, but they do. Second of all, we can protect the environment and really, really, really make a change. And again, it all comes back to our beginning of what we want to do. We want to help people. And I think this whole room here wants to help people, but you just don't know how to get involved. And I think that that's probably like the biggest issue with crypto is how do you get involved? So, how am I doing on time? What do we got?
5 minutes.
5 minutes left? Oh, the 45 minutes beat? Oh, okay. All right, so really quick, we're gonna run through our team just so you guys know who's going on. So myself, 1 year at Google, 8 years in casino hospitality. Chris Starr is sitting right over there. He is a social media expert, 20 years in management. Michael Hughes, he's our developer, is a subcontractor for the US DoD. Jacob Lill is one of our investors, technical visionary. Chris Rice is the reason why we hang out with guys like Ken Bozak and some of the bigger social media influencers that are in the space right now. And then Jonathan was our first investor. Kalika's got 14 years in hospitality and marketing. Darren's our graphic designer. Sean does 11,000 YouTube followers. Sarah is our girl in Canada. Wayne is the president of New Orleans Blockchain Organization. Billy Womack is getting us a bunch of different vendors, our vendor guy. And Beth, who actually just got promoted to director of operations, that should be updated, is probably the reason why I'm here. Because if I didn't know Beth, I wouldn't know Yin. If I didn't know Yin, I wouldn't be here. And to round it off, James Scott, Director of Customer Development for Play. David Post, he's with IBM Hyperledger. Jerry McElroy is one of our AI and enterprise specialists. Leanne Nguyen's helping us file our patents. She holds 3 patents right now. I think it's EOS is using her patent to move money right now. Kathy, who's that? That's this angel investor of mine over here with the amazing blonde hair. Everybody say hi to her. She's the reason why we're able to do things like this. And then Adam and Thomas, they run the World CryptoCon, which is the next big conference that we're going to be at. So, questions? Anybody?
It was very thorough.
Well, thank you. So, I guess how I want to leave this with you guys is a couple points. First and foremost, gender does not matter in tech. Push forward and embrace women to be in leadership roles in technology because they are brilliant. And for some reason, there's only 4 to 6% women in this space right now. So that's the first and foremost. Second of all, look deep inside what you do. Think about the industry that you're in. How can blockchain fix that? How can it make it stronger, faster, or profitable? All of the things that we talked about the technology can literally be moved over to the next industry, to the next industry, to the next industry. And the third is, don't sleep on this. Bitcoin technology, blockchain technology, the cryptocurrency space is hot. Be smart. Make sure you talk to the people that run the company. Make sure you can find out who runs the company. Do normal research that you would do on any crypto project, team tech use case. But don't sleep on it because these guys, this gentleman that just did the speech, Ryan, he's on to something big. I've been dealing with the potential quantum resistant encryption for about a year and we haven't cracked it. And the fact that he's up here talking about it means that it's important enough for an entire room to know about quantum computing. So don't sleep on that either because standard SHA-256 encryption, if everybody knows what that is, that will be reversible. It is almost reversible now. And even SHA-3 is speculative at best. So if there aren't any more other questions, thank you guys really much, really appreciate it.